Hi everyone, it's Rachel and today I'll be showing you how to make this kissy face emoji macaron using polymer clay. This video is part of a collab I'm doing with a bunch of other crafters here on YouTube to celebrate World Emoji Day, which is July 17, so I'll leave links to everyone else's videos down below. So firstly, take some yellow clay, roll this out and then cut it in half to create two even sized pieces. Then take one at a time and roll each of the pieces into a ball. You'll then need to flatten each ball and smooth and round the edges to create the shape of the macaron shells. For this next part, I like to place my macaron shell on my acrylic roller because I find it easier to move and rotate the piece while I add the texture. You could also use a lid or a jar. So to create the macaron texture, I firstly pull down some of the clay all around the side using my needle tool. Once I've gone all the way around the shell completely, I begin to texture the bottom part by swirling and poking at the clay. To remove the clay from my roller, I just gently slide my blade underneath and lift it off. And then you'll just want to repeat the same process with the other shell. For the icing inside, condition some red clay. I then took my icing tip, which is a number 16, and I purchased this from a homeware store. Roll out the clay in a rough teardrop shape and place it in the icing tip. I then push the clay through using a large ball tool and cut off a section once I have pushed enough of it through. Next, you can swirl the clay by twisting it and then add it to one of the macaron shells. Cut off any excess and then gently pat it down. I then also added a piece of scrap clay in the middle to give the charm extra strength compared to if I left it hollow. I also added some liquid clay which will help hold everything together. At this point, I also added my eye pin by bending the end and placing it into the clay, and then of course added my other shell right on top. For the face, I'm using some brown clay and rolling it into a coil so I can easily cut off sections. I'm starting off with the open eye by rolling out a piece into a ball and adding it onto the charm. For the winking eye, roll out a short coil and curve it before adding it to the face. I then actually decided that the eyes were a little too close, so I removed the open eye and placed it further to the side. For both the eyebrows, I then rolled out some thinner coils and curved them before placing them on. For the kissy mouth, I made two U-shaped pieces and then added one on top of the other. Lastly, for the heart, I took some red clay and shaped the heart by pinching one side with my fingers and then using my needle tool to create an indent in the other side. Once you're happy with how it looks, it's time to bake according to your package's instructions. After baking, I then added a few coats of glaze and let it dry. This is what mine looks like once it's completely finished. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out everyone else's emoji video links down in the description box, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys!